Alright, so here we are. Somehow we already hit 700 subscribers, and I seriously cannot thank you guys enough. This year, compared to any other year that I've done YouTube, has been insane in terms of growth. We literally hit it so fast that I did not have time to prep any other sort of like special videos or anything. I have something really big in the works for the 1,000 sub special since we're like reaching it so rapidly. So I think I'm just gonna hold off from doing like a bunch of small milestones and put all my work and energy into that so I can bring out like the best product for you guys when the time comes. But anyway, I figured it's been a while since we did a Q&A. So I figured we'd do one of those. Anyway, the first two questions come from a very close friend of mine, Desperado, and his questions are, do I have any video game series planned for after Dark Souls? And honestly, I do not. So if you guys have any recommendations on like game series I could do after Dark Souls, I mean, we still have a lot of games to get through. My last planned series as of now is for Dark Souls 3. Like after Dark Souls 3 originally, I was just kind of like gonna cut it off and be like, okay, Soul series is over, move on to other things. But if you guys want to see more like Bloodborne, Sekiro, Elden Ring, Demon Souls even, like, let me know. I'd totally be down to do it if you guys want to see it. But outside of Souls games, yeah, no, I don't have anything else planned. And then this one is hard. The best weapon in like any game I've played. This one, I'm really not sure. It could come down to a couple. The one that's been ringing around in my mind is the Chicago Typewriter from Resident Evil 4. If you know anything about that weapon, it is literally insane. You can beat the whole game with it, no problem. In fact, not that long ago, I did a speed run on Resident Evil, and I beat the game in like 2 hours, 2.5 hours, something like that. I didn't use the Ditman glitch, literally just Chicago Typewriter, speed ran through the game, and beat it that fast. The next questions, I honestly have no idea who they're from, because I put a thing up on Snapchat, if you guys know, like the anonymous question thing, but the thing, I didn't realize that they would actually come through as anonymous, so I don't know how to properly address these people, so I'm sorry. So the first one is, what are your favorite artists or artists? Oh my god, dude. I can make a whole video on this in itself. I don't really ever make videos pertaining to like music or anything about that just because, well, I don't know, that's just not my niche, obviously. But man, I could make like a whole channel just like dedicated to all the different artists that I like and talking about them and different records and stuff. Slipknot, Metallica, Slayer, Marilyn Manson, Mudvayne, Hell Yeah, Pantera, Korn, Five Finger Death Punch, Thy Art Is Murder, Nirvana, Stone Sour, Killswitch Engage, Avenged Sevenfold, 3 Days Grace, Breaking Benjamin, Megadeth, Gojira, Suicide Silence has some pretty sick records, Linkin Park, Disturbed, Rob Zombie. Okay, the list goes on. You get the point. And then when it comes to rap, like, I really don't listen to any of the new rappers. In my opinion, all the new rappers really suck ass. I'm into the old school stuff like Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, NWA, Eminem, D12, Biggie, Tupac, obviously. And then I'm into a lot of other weird stuff as well. I mean, in my off time, lately I've just been listening to like a lot of video game OSTs. I just kind of turn on the Dark Souls OST whenever I'm kind of like editing and it's not too intensive on the commentary stuff. I'm just like stitching gameplay together or whatever for like the recap sections and the Dark Souls vids. I'll turn on the Dark Souls OST and just kind of sit there, stitch together 16 hours of footage. Then there's a bunch of other music I like. Like, I'm into basically, like, literally everything. I mean, I listed off a bunch of metal and rock bands already and, you know, a bunch of rappers, but I also listen to, like, dubstep and electronic. Sometimes country if I'm in the mood for it. I mean, I've never been a huge country guy, but I've been getting into it a little bit lately. But I'm not into like the whole she thinks my tractor sexy stuff. I don't know. I kind of like the sadder stuff, I guess. I don't know. I like how it sounds. Like Whiskey Lullaby, if y'all know that song, that's a really good one. Oh god, how could I forget the punk stuff too, like Green Day and Blink-182 and My Chemical Romance. What is your hottest gaming hot take? The second half of Crysis is much better than the first. I don't care what anybody says. Literally from the time me recording this, I just beat Crysis for the first time yesterday, and I beat it all in one sitting. It was only like a 4 or 5 hour game anyway. But everybody goes on and on about the first half. They're like, oh my god, when you're in the jungle, you're killing the North Koreans or whatever. Like, yeah, that's the best part of the game, man. The second half, it's so whack. The aliens, it's too linear. Dog, I love the second half. Honestly, I hated the first half of the game. It was boring, it was dragged out, it was just big open world for the sake of it. I mean, sure, you know, for the time, I can understand why the first half was so loved, you know, like the physics and even the graphics. Like, for a 360 game, I was playing it, I was like, holy shit, this was on a 360? But I don't know, I found myself kind of staring at the minimap and just sprinting for the next green dot for the next main objective, because I didn't give a shit about what was going on. But once you get into like alien spaceship and you're going through there and your guy Nomad, he's like, what the fuck is this? Like, it's so cool, and I was so engaged. That was honestly like the most immersed I felt in the game in a while. And then everything just gets like bigger in scope once you get out to like the snowy mountain area and you're getting swarmed by all these aliens. Got like the mothership coming overhead. Your guys like fucking screaming, just looking at it. And say what you will about the final boss, as bad as it is, dude, just the spectacle of this giant fucking alien mothership just hovering over the flight deck carrier, like, section, like, dude, that was so sick. Your favorite car? I don't know, I'm kind of basically a 1970 Ford Mustang. I'm that kind of guy. Which Souls game is the best? I've only played Dark Souls 1 and 2, and I'm not even a quarter through Dark Souls 3, but so far I'm gonna say Dark Souls 1. But I can't confirm that until I get to the credits of Dark Souls 3. As of right now, it's still Dark Souls 1, but that could change by the end of Dark Souls 3. Who knows? Comfort game for when you're sad or just need to chill out. I have a couple of these, but my go-tos are usually either Lego Batman, the first one from 2008, or Resident Evil 4. What would I do if I became famous, and would it change me? Oh, also, this question is from Mama G, aka my mom. That's why I saved it for last. Gotta save the best for last. Honestly, even if I did become famous, I don't see much changing. I still wouldn't leave my room. I still wouldn't talk to anybody. I'd still make the same videos I do now, still do it on a daily basis. Even if financially I wouldn't have to, I'd still do it just because I love doing it. And no, it wouldn't change me. I mean, obviously I'm not famous right now, but like, if you go back and watch my older videos between the time that I had like 5 subscribers up until now, even with literal hundreds of eyes on me on a nightly basis, I mean, I haven't changed. I just still do what I do, and even if I had like 100 million subscribers and got like 10 million views on every video, I'd still do me, because that's been my goal ever since I started this channel. It's just been like, I want to be one of the first creators that can successfully and consistently stay as strong in terms of their content without giving into trends or like selling out or whatever, and just like slowly improving over time with each video. And even when it seems like my videos couldn't get any better, you know, even if I end up getting like big 4K cameras and big capture cards and whatever, like I don't care. I'm still gonna try to find like little ways to improve the videos each and every single night. I try to do it on a nightly basis. I treat each video like a lesson to be like, okay, I didn't like how I did that. I want to do this a little bit differently in the next video, and I've been focusing on that a lot more with these Dark Souls series, and I feel like, you know, even with this latest series, like, as the episodes go on, I've just been, like, getting tighter with the edits, you know what I mean? I refuse to believe that there's ever a cap as to how good your stuff can get. In life, there's always a way to improve literally everything. So even if I become super famous, even if I get a bunch of views, that's never going to change me, and that's never going to change my mindset. I'm always going to be looking to improve every little single thing that I can, and I'm still just going to do what I do. I'm going to stick to my guns. When the camera comes on, it's not any different from when the camera would be off. I mean, I usually talk a lot more whenever the camera's on. When the camera's off, I never talk at all in real life. But I'll tell you guys this right now. If you ever see me with like a bunch of overly saturated gameplay and a bunch of very obnoxious intros screaming at my computer with a bunch of red arrows in the thumbnail, I give each of you permission and a free pass to come kick my ass. Actually, I kind of lied with that answer, because it would change me a little bit. If I was famous and I had a bunch of money, I'd move out, go get a house like somewhere out in the middle of the woods, and then at that point I would actually never leave my house. So in that aspect, I'd change. I'd just be a little bit more lonely, because that's my end goal. It's weird, even though I'm a YouTuber and like my whole thing is like connecting and talking to people, I'm like the most antisocial guy in real life. Like, even the thought of opening that door to leave my room, to step outside into other parts of my house, gives me literal anxiety. This is my safe zone. Yeah, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed another Q&A. If you guys want more of these, just let me know. I love doing them. I feel like it's a nice way for us to connect even more, because like outside of this, I never really talk about me that much. I mean, sure, every video you guys like see me like yelling at my TV whenever I'm dying in Dark Souls or whatever, but you guys never really get to see like me. Anyways, that's gonna do it for me, guys. As always, a shout out to the patrons, Kermit's Fave, Grandma, Little Bitty Tab, Big Daddy Matty, and Desperado. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully see you guys back here tomorrow at 7. Thank you guys again so much for 700 subs. I literally cannot thank you guys enough. It means the world to me, genuinely. Thank you guys for watching. Have an amazing day. Stay beautiful. I love you all. And remember, don't go hollow. Peace.